from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. It's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jordan Love and the Washington football team taking on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington football team. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they interplay here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they come in riding high. Just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Cowboy ball carrier.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. 15 carries, 90 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
He'll try and run it.
Prescott on the keeper. An 8-yard pickup.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Dallas.
Prescott from the gun. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Prescott yet again. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 29-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case,
and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Chase Young
Able to run it down for a loss of a yard. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Love. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the Cowboy first down.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
3 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To the air again, Prescott. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. And again, it's Prescott. Harris has it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
24-yard gain.
That one goes for 24 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw, Prescott. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 10, and up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they have.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington, nothing.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Prescott, he'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 3 yards.
Prescott now. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw is Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point try by Bailey.
Point after.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one. Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 40-yard line.
On second down now, Mabry. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Taken down.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Here's Love. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
46 yards.
10 yards there. Good for a Washington first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Following the interception, here's Prescott. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one. And that's what I'd like to see out.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's caught. It's Thomas. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And it is now 21-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown.
Nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now a second down throw for Love here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the second quarter. He can be down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And what can they do to better account for him? Because they haven't accounted for him well so far as we see here on your screen.
They may have to draw up coverages they haven't run so far. They have to create something on the fly because he's beaten everything. And when you watch this game unfold, you keep thinking to yourself, is it 2 men, 3 men, maybe even a 4th guy may have to go and account for him. But right now, he's shredding the defense.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Prescott. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A first down throw for Prescott, escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive, 4 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
taken at the 15, a short kick.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Jordan Love in this offense, ready to get the football back.
And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now a timeout signaled for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the visiting Ravens who were able to come in and take this one on the road.
Record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Love from the gun. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. He'll take it at the 42.
Holding, receiving team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Jordan Thomas.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll buy some time right. Oh, Prescott stripped.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Prescott on the keeper.
He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mabry will wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Number 20.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after it. after him now.
From the contact. It's now 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
7-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up second.
On 2nd and 9. Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Prescott from the gun.
And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Ezekiel Elliott.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles where he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
They'll run on 1st down. Mabry, he takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the Cowboys' 39-yard line.
Love now on 2nd down. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
And this one's back to an 8-point game. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Following the interception, Love. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Love, they go play action now. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Now it's a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Working out of the gun, Love. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Now a dump off here complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On the pickup, it's second and inches at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, Love. Open man here, Sims complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
That's good.
7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. The throw taken in by Sims. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and 6 at the 15-yard line.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Washington on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Mabry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Seibert's kick is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
23-yard line.
Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. I mean, we could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Second and 8.
out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Elliott. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A first down carry by Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. This is Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
29.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point up and good by Bailey, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Now Washington down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Love. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To the air again. Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
On 1st and 10, Love. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Clinton Dix on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. One last shot now for Love. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome. But, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Dallas, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Washington, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.